Hey guys, welcome to today's podcast episode. And I've got a fantastic guest for you today coming out of Canada, Manny Bains. He's a film director. He's working on a new film to be released soon. He's going to talk all about it. He uses film as a creative medium to create social change on a global scale. And I'm really happy to have him on the show to have him on the discussion. So Manny, welcome.
Chris, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor, pleasure, and privilege to be on your show. I'm honored and I can't wait to share some amazing content with your audience. Let's get started. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, so let's get the ground running and so talk about your journey and what you do and we'll dive right into it.
Yeah, everybody, my name is Manny Bains. I'm an award-winning film director and award-winning author out of Toronto, Canada. And what I do is create high-quality cinematic documentary films to create social change on a global scale. And my goal right now, Chris, I have a big goal right now because they say if you set goals, Chris, they should be bigger than yourself and they should take almost three lifetimes to achieve. Look at Henry Ford. His dream has outlived the mind that has created it. We're still driving his cars today. So my goal, Chris, for my new film is to inspire global healing across the world. That's my goal.
Yeah. And so kind of the first question I have for you is why film as opposed to other mediums?
That is a fantastic question, Chris. See, video is the medium of the 21st century. Before I was doing films, I was an author and I wrote a couple books and I felt like people weren't reading them, and the masses don't read. Let's be real, Chris. You're a successful entrepreneur. I'm a successful entrepreneur. We read. The masses don't read. So I was thinking, we wrote our first book, Switch, to working on living with monthly cash flow. And I was just brainstorming with my business partner at the time. And we said, okay, how can we get this message out to more people? Like, this is a necessary message. And we were brainstorming, and the idea of having a film came up. And we said, okay, that's really cool. Like, let's do this. And we put it together in a film. And when we released it, the film is called Break Free. Check it out on YouTube, Break Free documentary. And I just said, wow, this is absolutely amazing. You can see in a book, you have words and you leave it to the reader's interpretation. With a film, you get to tell your message and your story the way you want to, and you get to showcase it in video, and a high quality video, and having effects and all these cool things that just makes it stand out. And Chris, your audience is an entrepreneur. And I know as an entrepreneur, you need to stand out strong. Why? Because there's tons. How many people are there in your particular industry? Probably tens, probably hundreds, probably thousands. So how do you stand out strong and position yourself different from your competition? Because if you're like everybody else, you're going to be seen as everybody else, and you're going to get the results like everybody else. So I help you escape the sea of sameness and climb onto the island of individuality so you can skyrocket your brand and have your message seen by hundreds of thousands of people all over the world.
Yeah, I really like that idea. And just like I said, you can, 2 hours of very impactful movie can, shave off like 10 hours of reading a book. Not to say books are not, but it's just kind of compresses everything and makes it more impactful. So the kind of moving on is talking about for a lot of people they want to kind of use video and movies as the medium. So how do they get started? Like, I mean, some of them don't even have a big budget. I mean, how do they get started?
Well, usually they call me, but if you don't, you start with where you're at, right? For our last film, Fear, I can tell you guys the budget was small. Like it was very small. And I guess if you have a message and a story that you want to share that you feel isn't going to be impactful to the audience, if you have something personal inside of you, because Chris, I feel like every single person has a movie. Behind each person, their soul, their journey, they've been through so much stuff. So I feel like everybody has a movie inside of them. But if you have something that you feel that the world is going to benefit, something that maybe you went through, or a lesson that you learned, or a tragedy over triumph story, it's worth sharing because the audience needs to hear it. But I think if you don't have the budget, I mean, you could start with where you're at. You can start with your phone, right? You have a phone, you have 4K cameras, grab your phone and start, recording. But I guess if you want to do a film, you don't have a budget. Well, maybe there's kids out of film school that maybe could help you out. they want to build their portfolio. So you can work with them and figure out some negotiation, compromise there. So you don't need the money, Chris. You just need the idea. I had zero capital for my new film. I raised it all. I raised it all. I'm not going to say the amount, but I raised almost six figures. I raised it out of zero. So all you have to have is the vision and the passion, and to be able to communicate your message in a highly skilled, emotionally conveying way, right? If you have a powerful vision, Chris, and you share it with people, people are going to want to help you, are going to join you on your journey, right? So that's what I would say, Chris. Start with where you're at.
Interesting. I've always heard the term everybody has a book in them, but I never heard the term everybody has a movie in them. That's kind of like the next step. And then moving, kind of talking about how does the narration or the creative storytelling process differ from books or kind of public speaking, like kind of talk about just kind of general nuances between the two.
That's an absolute great question, because somebody can have a topic, but it's not good. You just want to have a topic. You got to break it down into a story. So you got a storyboard first, and that's just brainstorming different themes and ideas about the film, right? So yeah, we want to talk about health and wellness, but okay, what specifically about health and wellness? Is it what the current medical system isn't doing? Is it you want to talk about natural healing? Is you want to talk about pharmaceuticals, whatever it is? So you're just brainstorming a bunch of ideas. Then you do create a little bit of a script on how you want the film to flow as well. And then you look at who your experts, and then what are the key themes, and what do you want your audience to walk away with? Stephen Covey said, think with the end in mind. Speak to the results. What results do you want your audience to walk away with? How do you want them feeling? That's what I like to do, and kind of go from there. Because again, a movie is something that you can really impact people in an emotionally conveying way more than books. So I would say start with storyboarding, create the script, get the themes, and what do you want the audience to walk away with, Chris? Those are the most important things.
Yeah. And in talking about, keeping within budget and the story, before you had to, get permits and, you had to travel to this and that, but now you have like artificial intelligence, and you have software that can recreate a lot of things. I'm sure now you can create actor avatars. So how are you using AI in your filmmaking process? And
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great. To be fair, I think AI is just a little bit behind where I want it, but how we're using it right now is that I was looking for ideas for a film poster, right? But I was using Canva, getting some ideas, and then my producer said, "Hey, I got ChatGPT. I got the upgraded version, and it creates images for you. Just type it in." So we basically said, "Oh, hi, you're a award-winning film director. You're creating a movie poster on health and wellness, titled blah blah blah. It's on natural healing." First image came up, great, but we asked it again and again. On like the fourth try, it presented this beautiful film poster that I don't even think I could have ever created, honestly, Chris. And I was just like, that's it. That's the one. Now I have to get a designer to replicate that. That's kind of a hard job for them. That's how we're using AI. But Chris, I'm begging, I'm waiting for ChatGPT. ChatGPT is 6 months, we're probably 6 or 8 months away, Chris, from ChatGPT creating like stock video footage that we can use for a film. Right now it's on images, but we're so close. I think in the next 6 to 8 months, you can get to the point where you can say, "Oh, I need a picture of, two people jogging," right? And it would just reproduce it. So once we're there, that is going to be amazing. And it's going to put like Shutterstock out of business, Vector Stock, all of these companies right now, they're making money on stock footage. I think they're going to go way down. So we're almost there with the AI, Chris, almost.
It's amazing because I was just playing around with I was trying to create an AI avatar, and the best thing you can do is I think you can pay like, kind of intro is like $20 a month, and the AI avatar can only speak like 5 minutes, but I need like half an hour. I need an hour, so
Yeah, too, right? All those things kind of come into play.
interesting. So I think we have around like 7 minutes, and I want to respect your time. Talk about, does the marketing for a film, is it the same thing as like, for these content creators and these influencers? Is it the same thing as like getting on podcasts, going to networking events, finding people? And how do you get your movie into the mainstream, like, South by Southwest or Toronto or, you know,
Yeah, yeah, that's a great question. I want to back up for a bit because I know your entrepreneurs are looking to maybe get out there and get themselves more known. They don't even have to do a movie, Chris. They could just create a high quality, I call it like a video sales letter explaining what they do in a highly emotional, a highly conveying, persuasive way. It doesn't have to be a full 2 hour movie. This can be a 3, 4 minute intro video explaining what you do. And it's almost like a mini movie because we're going to cut to different like scenes and different footage, but it's going to explain what you do and make you stand out different from your competition. So imagine it. So let's take 2 examples. I have my iPhone and I'm shaking and I'm saying, yeah, I'm a realtor. Yeah, come buy my services. Yes, we're a realtor. But imagine if you had a video poised, dressed nicely, nice background, 4K video quality, explaining what you do and not what you do, Chris, but how what you do benefits people. Too many people are walking around, Chris, saying, I'm a realtor, I'm a mortgage agent, I'm a doctor. Nobody cares. They care about how what you do helps them. So maybe you're not a realtor, but maybe you help people move into their dream home so they can create precious memories with their families and friends forever. Maybe you're not a mortgage agent. You help people move into their, buy cash flowing property so they can be financially free. You have to change how you speak and how you communicate. So yes, you can do a full documentary film, but you could just do a little intro promo video that we did. I've done one for an insurance agent. This guy was 80 years old. He sold his book of business and he wanted to jump back in. He did this video, he puts it on his website, he's getting lots and lots of hits. You can post it on your Facebook. You can do ad marketing to it and drive traffic into a calendar where people can book a call with you. So that's one thing if you want to start as an entrepreneur, if you don't want to get into the whole film, because that can be a lot. Now, your next question was, how do we market a film? There's so many amazing ways to market a film. I'm going to go with free first because you don't even need to. You just need to use this and communicate. That's it. You're a PhD. You're smarter than me. So for my health film, first of all, I've got 10 practitioners from different parts of the world, from Belgium, Europe, Canada, US, and they have their own networks of, let's say, 1,000 people. So right there, if they send it out to their networks, we're hitting at least 10,000 people right there. Next, you can call and partner with organizations as well. Like I've called health organizations, said, hey, I'm doing this film. I'm trying to get this out. I will feature your company in my credits if you send an email out to your list. Right there, they have 5,000 people. Bam, you get 10 of those. What does that do? So there's people looking to collaborate and partner with you. Next, you can market your film by submitting it to film festivals as well, which is something that we want to do. There's a platform that we use that then you can apply and submit to film festivals. That's another way. Then you can approach streaming platforms. Once you have those accolades for your film, it's like having a book, Chris. You have an award-winning book, best-selling book, just gives it accolades, which now then you can approach streaming platforms and have a better, pitch for them since the film's, got these awards at the film festivals. That's kind of secrets on what we do.
Sounds like kind of, trading platforms and building a brand. I know we have 3 minutes, so kind of talk about, your film documentary. I know there's a release soon. It's going to be on the internet. So talk about that and how people can find it. And, we'll put those links in the show notes.
Yeah. So the film is called The Cure: An Inside Job. I have 11 practitioners from different industries of the health and wellness industry, all speaking towards how people can heal themselves through natural and holistic and preventative methods. And we are going to just put it in, we're going to put it into a film and just showcase it to the world to inspire global healing across the world. You can check it out at thecuremovie.com. The landing page is still getting created, but I'll send it to you, Chris, so you can post it. Check it out. You're going to get secrets. No, these are best kept secrets that you will not find anywhere else, not in the mainstream. We have powerful speakers from all over the world sharing precious knowledge on how you can take your health to a whole nother level. And what the mainstream won't tell you. It's going to be absolutely amazing, Chris. I can't wait. So please check it out.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm really curious. I'll check that out as well. And we'll put all the links in show notes. And how can people find you and, check out your socials and your work?
Yeah. Instagram, Mayor Manny Inspire03. I may be inspiring you here a bit, but that's just Chris. He's doing a great job with the podcast. And then Facebook, Manny Bains, just my first, last name, and send me a DM and I'll reach out and answer any questions for you. I'm always available and happy to help and serve humanity. That is why I'm here on this planet.
Excellent. I love that. And I really enjoyed talking with you and the creative entrepreneur. And for the audience, be sure to give Manny's socials a like and follow. And thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much, Chris. Have a blessed